There's a big difference between I want to be successful and I'm willing to give everything it takes to be successful. If there's someone bigger than me, stronger than me, better than me, that's only more motivation for me. I want to be the best. I'm Justin St. Paul, and this is All In. Hello guys, my name is Justin St. Paul and welcome to day 3 of the workout series All In with Team ShapeYOU. We've already hit legs on day 1, then we hit chest, shoulders and triceps on day 2, and day 3 we're going to finish up with some back and biceps before we start it all again. So let's get to it. Okay guys, so before we get started we're just going to warm up our shoulder joint again. So just another few sets of rotator cuff exercises just to get our shoulders nice and warmed up. So we're going to use the cable instead of the dumbbells today. Exactly the same movement. So the trick here is to try and keep your elbow in against your side and just rotate through the shoulder. So the first exercise today that we're going to do is some lat pull downs. We're going to use a cable machine today, so we're going to start off nice and light just to get our first warm up set in and get us building up to the heavier weight. When we do the lat pull down, we're actually going to try and stay as upright as possible. You see a lot of people lean back and they swing while they're doing the pull down. We're going to try and stay as still as possible and just pull through the lats. So we're going to try and stay at a 90-degree angle. We're going to pull the bar down all the way to our chest. So that was a nice easy warm up set. So we're going to have about 90 seconds to 2 minutes rest. Then we're going to up the weight and get our 3 sets in. So the trick is to try and isolate the lats, is to try and make sure you pull more of your back rather than your biceps. So if you imagine that you pull out rather than straight down, that's how I like to do it anyway. It's going quite nice and wide. Same again. Up the weight this time. So the next exercise we're going to go for is going to be our pulley row. It's going to be quite a low row. So we're going to bring it down to around our abdomen. And the idea is to try and bring your elbow as far back as possible. Not using too much hip flexion, but trying to keep the torso still and pull the backs. Drawing the elbows as far back as possible. So the benefit of using the individual handles is you can really bring your elbow back as far as possible, which is going to really help the lower part of your lat. With the single grip, your elbows can only go back so far. So individual handles, you can bring your elbows nice back, get that full contraction, that full range of motion. So I've had about 2 minutes rest and we're going straight into our second set. Again, we want to try and hit at least 10 reps in. So the next exercise we're going to do is called a seal row. If you haven't got a bench specifically designed for it, it does take a while to set up. You just need a bench with nothing underneath and to raise it quite high off the floor. Really good exercise for working upper back, so you work quite a bit of rear delts as well. I'll show you how it's done. Just going to lie flat on the bench. It's like medium grip, and it's going to row up to your chest. similar to a bent over row, but obviously you've got the support of the bench that takes out the lower back, and you can get more parallel, so you're going to be pulling higher, so up to your chest, rather when a lot of people do bent over rows, they pull slightly lower. But they both have their pros. But this is a personal favourite of mine, so this is the seal row. So that's about 2 minutes rest and we'll go straight into it. So the benefit of performing the seal row over a bent over row is a lot of people will cheat in the movement of a bent over row. There's a lot of bouncing at the knees and flexion at the hip, rather than just relying on the upper back, which is ideally what the muscle you're trying to target. So lying on the bench takes out all of that movement from the lower body, isolating the upper back. So the next exercise we're going to do is going to be a neutral grip pull down. So close grip, neutral, so palms facing each other. We're going to lean slightly further back this time just to hit a different angle for the back. If you think about the back, trying to attack it from every angle. So we're going to lean slightly back. This exercise is going to work a lot of arms as well as back. Although we're leaning back, we're still not swinging, so we're keeping the angle at the hips the same the whole way through. It's not using no momentum, just using the back and arms to pull. So set 2. So again, we're going to go for about 3 sets and a minimum of 10 reps on each set. So the last exercise we're going to do for back is going to be a superset. So we're going to do some reverse flies on the cables. We're going to make sure we retract our shoulders so we get a lot of rhomboid action and not just rear delts. And then we're going to superset it straight with a type of pullover but on the cables. We're going to use a wide bar. I'm just going to bring it down, leaving our arms straight and just drawing the elbows back as far as possible. So let's give it a go. After we've done that, we're going straight into our superset, so our second exercise. And up the weight. Make sure we keep that back straight, slight bend in the knees. Yeah. So it's important to remember when doing the reverse flies is try and keep the angle of the elbow the same way through the movement. If you bring it there and then you're opening that angle, it's just going to be a tricep extension. So keep that angle the same and just relying on the muscles of the upper back. So rear delts, rhomboids and traps. If you wanted to target more of the rear delts, then your rhomboids and traps, what you would do is, rather than retracting the shoulder blades, is to imagine you're reaching for each wall. So you just extend, just relying on the rear delts. Obviously we want to work the whole back, so as we do it, we're going to retract the shoulder blades back. So that was our last exercise for back, and we're just going to finish off with just the one bicep exercise. For me, it's all about proportions and being aesthetic. So you have to make sure you work everything the right amount. If one muscle grows more than the other, you'll be out of proportion. For me, my biceps grow a lot quicker than any other muscle. When we train back with lots of rowing exercise and pulling exercise, you're going to work your biceps a lot anyway. So we're only going to stick one isolated bicep exercise in this workout. Alright, so the last exercise we're going to do is going to be for our biceps, as we mentioned. We're actually going to do a superset. So we're going to do some preacher curls. They're one of my favourite exercises for biceps. Really good at isolating, because when a lot of people curl, they use a lot of front delts and they'll swing. So preacher curl takes that swinging out of the movement. We're actually going to superset it with some reverse curls as well. So we're going to pick up the same bar, just with a pronator grip overhand. I'm going to curl again. So the trick is to make sure you keep the elbows nice and tucked in, not flaring them out, keeping the shoulders still, and just moving at the elbows, so just using the bicep. So that's it again, another about 90 seconds rest, and we're going straight back into it. Come to the end of the workout now. This is our very last set. So we're going to leave everything on the gym floor because we're all in. So we're going to put everything into this last set. So that concludes our back workouts. That's day 3 of the all-in training program. So we hit back and biceps. So we hit it from a lot of angles, did a lot of rows and pull downs, trying to hit it from every angle of the back to hit all the muscles. So as I said, that's day 3 of our all-in training program. We start again tomorrow, so we hit legs, and then the next day chest, shoulders and triceps, and the next day back and biceps. Then we have our rest. So 6 days on and 1 rest day. So I've been Justin St. Paul, this is Team ShapeYOU. I hope you enjoyed the videos. Stay tuned for more. We'll be bringing a lot across all the social media and YouTube channel. I'm finished, I'm tired, I'm about to go get something to eat. Until next time, peace. There's a big difference between I want to be successful and I'm willing to give everything it takes to be successful. If there's someone bigger than me, stronger than me, better than me, that's only more motivation for me. I want to be the best.
I'm Justin St. Paul, and this is
All in.